Up guys, hope you're well. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you a little bit of footage from a demo day that I did with North Essex Render Supplies. I did this a couple of weeks ago. I went down there and we had an awesome day with some applicators coming across, and I got to show them a lot of new tricks and tips on how to use our PRB products. So without further ado, check this out. Here's a little clip of me showing the guys how to get going with SC Gree. There's also a little bit of machine action in there using a Mixman S3. Let me know what you think.
There's not many base coats out there that when they're that wet, you'll be able to roll it up like that.
No.
Aircon.
Yes, mate.
Base coats,
Yep.
when they're really wet, you used to rate them too early, the sag like
It does, yeah, it does.
So that's a decent one, right?
Yeah.
That's really wet. Showing it off, mate. Showing it off.
Literally, yeah, as wet as anything.
Sprays it up, mate, yeah. So that's holding up well. It's wet, that's rating it. And for me, that makes my life easier. I think working down to it is just you're asking for trouble, like So it's always spray past it. Things to jump down, then you've got to jump back up to do a full drop, and then so like I was saying to Colin when he was there, I said I always work 2 foot below, 2 foot above. So I will make sure my mesh goes 2 foot below the scaffold line I'm working on. So spray down enough so I'm a foot or 2 below it, and the mesh will then go from the soffit line 2 foot below the scaffolding. You don't ever want to try and work on that line. See when people get these joints or bumps in the scaffolding?
The scaffold comes down.
Work below it. Work below it and then work above it. So when I go underneath, I'll overlap my mesh where I've come down to, and I'll work across it again. So if you watch what I'm doing here, see how flat my trowel is? I'm not looking to press this on too hard. I don't want to squeeze everything through right now. I just want to get it in place. Yeah? From there. Working our way down. See how flat my trowel is?
Yeah.
I'm not even pressing on, I'm just floating it over the surface, yeah? When we're doing this, always start in the middle.
Worker.
It's like you're ironing. You never start ironing your shirt from the outside in. You have a crease in the middle, right? So we start here, we squeeze out. So now we're basically finishing what's above this mesh. Makes life easier.
So as you can see there, I'm showing the guys a few techniques, giving them a few tips, and it's kind of like a mini training session in essence. But you can see we had some good input there as well, like from Colin from PRB Renders. He's like a legend in the rendering game. He's been doing this a long time, and you know, just good to chat, you know, back and forth with people like that there as well. So people who come to these days, they get a lot of like information, a lot of tips and a lot of tricks. And like I say, it is like a mini training day. I really enjoy it, and at the end of the day, the guys are there just saying they're so glad they came to it. So yeah, they're awesome, they are really good. I mean, that first part there was me showing you the SC Gree, putting the mesh in and how I flatten it out, and you know, how to work between scaff lifts and stuff like that. And this next part is us spraying some Super Brute. So it's in a funky colour, it's in like a blue. It's quite nice, to be fair. So yeah, I set the machine up for the guys and I got them spraying some mono and just showing them how it rolls up and how to close it and stuff. So check this next part out and let me know what you think about this, guys. Have you used a colour like this before either? What's the most funkiest colour you've used? Yeah, check it out.
We'll be able to rub that. Similar to SC Gree, right? Yeah, you can do it. So all that there, so in some of the monos, to achieve that kind of depth there, the aggregates are quite bigger in it. So it's really good that PRB have designed the mono superproof where the aggregate, it's not massive, it's still got it in there, but it's a little bit more subtle, so if you scratch that back, it's a finer finish than something similar to that, do you know what I mean? And that makes it look better. So sometimes when a customer comes back, oh, it's smoother than I thought it would have been, because when they've seen a monocoach with a bigger aggregate in, which they need to hold it together, it still is a tight finish. But we all start somewhere, so you get better and better the more you do it. 100%. That's why you come down and see these lads.
So I'm just going to stop this one there real quickly, because in this next clip you're going to see a fella doing some spraying. Now you will notice that the first few bands he does are a certain texture and sound coming from the gun. You'll see when it gets further down the wall that there's a different sound coming from the gun and a different texture the way it's spraying. Watch the clip and then I'll tell you exactly what's happened after. Simple guys, what's happened here is the material has been sat in the pipe for probably 10-15 minutes while I've been talking to the group, explaining what we're doing or answering any questions. So the material's had a chance to pick up in the pipe. So when he started spraying, that is gear that's going off. It's sat there and it's a little bit stiffer than when it's freshly mixed. So you will see guys spray full jobs like this, and it is not a good way to spray. It just makes your job harder, and you know, we're all about making life easier, especially with our machines and our products. That's what we're looking to do. But it's just a perfect example that I've got this on video. So it's spraying drier, thicker, and it's going to be harder to rule up that part of the wall. Now, like I say, when it changes at the bottom, this is what I say to you all. This is how we want it to be. It's like cream. It's beautiful consistency. As it's hitting the wall, it's spreading out a little bit more. It's making it a little bit easier to, well, not even a little bit, it's making it a lot more easier to work with. This is ideal spraying. So that is how you want it to be. You want your render to come out like that and hit the wall and kind of like pat like that, like as a splatter. That's how you want it. You don't want sausages. So that was a great clip, that one. I'm glad that I actually caught that. And yeah, like I say, the bottom half of that wall is absolute treat to rule up compared to the top. So yeah, when you see these sausages, guys, that's not good spraying. You want it to be like that all the time. But anyway, let's get on with the video. In this next couple of short clips, you'll just see me going over using Fondol and Fondol. This is a product we use to go over like cement boards, render carrier boards. And there's a different type of technique and you know, method to applying the base coat and the mesh on these. So I'll just showing this to a fella who's got a job coming up which he was going to be using a product on. So basically I just give him a few tips, went through a few techniques with him and just showed him how I do it and make sure that I get the, you know, the easiest way like to get the finish of it. So I went through that with him shortly, and yeah, he seemed to get to grips with it. Mate, yeah, I'm filming it.
Get machine done here.
Just me, it's gonna get blown up after. I'm not letting this out. Oh, he's still got it, hasn't he? Yeah, he's still got it. Yes. Love that. Still got it, mate.
Worse than you need.
So I don't want to play with it too much. Yeah? Right, that's it. See that checkers then? Yeah, not even know I had that anymore, mate. This layer we just want to hit with like 4 to 6 mil really. Notch trowel. Straight up. Straight up. That's it. You know the depth's going to be the same all the way through. Yeah, come check this out though. I want you to see this. Come closer. When you go over this now, yeah, like I was saying over there, don't put too much pressure on. Yeah. We just want to cover the mesh. That's what you want to do. You've already serrated it and got your lines. That's the level, yeah? So if you start putting loads of pressure on and messing about, you're knocking out a level. You'll get more bumps, humps and bumps, all that. We don't want it. You just literally want to coat it over.
Using the mesh to the level.
Yeah, that's it. You see that there? That's it. Yep, use the lines though, straight up. Scrape it on edge. Yeah, let me get a square for him. I'll cut a square for him, so it's easier then. Heavy, not heavy, really light. Squeeze it.
Light, flat trowel or with an angle?
A little bit more of an angle on this one. And just close it over. There you go.
Crazy, like even putting on the mesh is different.
Yeah, it's a totally different technique, mate. Look, this is a spat, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, that is it. That's it. There you go. Lovely. Remember, mate, just look at it now, and I know that does it to the eye as a renderer. We pick our work to bits. That to you, you're thinking, yeah, but it looks a bit different there than it does there. Mate, it's flat. It's sound. It's sound, but your own mind plays tricks on you. As a renderer, you think, no, I need to sponge that. I need to do this. I need to do that. You don't, mate. It's fine. So after showing the fella how to go on with the Fondimer and Fondisol base coats that we have, I literally was like, kept the camera rolling, and this part is golden. This here is unscripted, like none of the day scripted anyway. It's literally, I answer questions what people ask me. I don't know what they're going to ask me, and you know, help them get around the problems. That's what, you know, I'm there to do. But the camera were rolling, and this is totally unscripted. The guys, you know, tell me about their experience of it and what they're taking away from it. Like in raw context, this is what they are for. These are, you know, as you can see, different ages of men, you know, different parts of the country, and literally they all benefited from this. So just check this out and listen to what they actually say. This is the reason why I love doing these days, for exactly this.
Spending that time trying to get it flat, keep going over, back on yourself to get that.
Yeah,
you don't need to not like that.
That's it. But
Actually get it on.
Well, what you said's bang on though. The mindset that you get from this here for 5 minutes, me showing you that, it would have took you. It'd have took you jobs, mate. It'd have took you walls. How many walls would you? How many walls would you have messed up before you actually penny dropped? Whereas if you come here, I've told you what it is, showed you what it is, you've done it. That's what it is. Whereas I get the same thing online when people ask me a question in a message, and I'm like, they think I'm being rude when I say to them, mate, I can't tell you on a message. They're like, hey, what's wrong with you? I thought, it's like, mate, I can't tell you on a message. You actually have to be there.
To do it?
Yeah, I have to show you it. I can't do it on a message, mate. I can't make you feel the gear through a message, mate. Like, you felt that, and you're like, oh, that's cream, that's nice, that. So now you know what it needs to feel like. So PRB put this day on, they've covered everything. You know what I mean? For everyone to come down here and do it. So it's beneficial to everyone.
I spent £500 for course, and I've learned more today than I have.
You've learnt more than
yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Wow.
The basics of it.
100%, because
Yeah.
especially because you're giving those tricks and tips, and
Good.
it's already from what they're teaching. It has progressed. Like
Yeah.
talking about the mesh in the front and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it makes sense, and it's easier. So yeah, the whole industry of plastering is like that. It is knowledge, and we live in a time of the internet and stuff like that. But years ago, you know, is that you'd have to work.
Yeah, you'd have to do it.
Like you have to work with the right people.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Even the
People
internet,
before, some people don't
show
want to share
certain parts,
knowledge.
innit?
Some
Yeah.
people don't want to. You're lucky enough. You're sharing.
What you've got
Yeah.
today, what you've got today with him explaining, you can't get that. You wouldn't get that.
Nah, you wouldn't get it.
On the internet.
No, you won't, because you're touching it, you're feeling it.
And there's
right.
plenty of plasters out there that five, they don't like to share it.
No, they don't know.
Plasters hate each other.
But what's wrong with them?
You go in a
They've
food
spent-
store, if you see another plaster van with their name on it, you go.
But they've spent,
What's he doing round here?
they've spent their whole
You don't speak to each other, do you?
the way they
You
look,
hate
they've
each
spent
other.
their whole lives
Yeah.
dedicated to plastering. And then why are they going to share all of their knowledge with someone?
They'll never share it.
Because then they leave, and that's what they say.
And it's gone with them.
And then they leave, or they move on with the knowledge. But
Yeah, it's gone.
Always share what you know, man.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
that's because
Yeah.
but
it's-
that's how you're in this position with working for PRB.
Yeah, that's what's happened, yeah. That's what it is.
Right, send a photo with you by the mix and
Yeah, of course, man, yeah.
I'll send it to you. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. So if you listen clearly to what the fella said, he actually has paid for a course before from someone else and it cost him 500 quid, and he actually got more value and learned more being there on this day with myself and PRB and North Essex Render Supplies. He learnt more with us that day than he did on a £500 course. That is a powerful statement, a big statement to make, and that just makes me proud of what we do, you know. So that is the type of information we're giving out. It's one of them, I say it a couple of times in the video, you know, you need to be here to feel the stuff, you know, to ask the questions, for me to explain to you what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, why it's like that, why you want to make it, you know, this consistency, or why you want to get on it at this time, or why you want to wait and relax and chill. You know, you need to be there for me to go through the scenarios with you, and you can ask them like you know, the right questions. There's no wrong questions, to be honest with you. You know, you ask me the questions, I'll give you the best answer that I can give you. And there's other people there as well to support, you know, like we've got PRB reps who are there, and actually suppliers as well, you know, especially at North Essex, they're from a rendering background, so they know the stuff. So it's just one of them. It's all in all, it's a good day, it's a good experience. I did do a video on the day, you know, after I finished, but it was long, so I didn't want to put that in, so I'm doing an ending for you now. And what it is, guys, is this: I get asked so many times, people message me asking me questions regarding, you know, systems and stuff like that, and they want me to go into great detail. There's just no point in doing it, because you literally I cannot explain good enough via a message to you of what you need to be looking out for and what to do. I can't do it. So the best thing and the options that you've got are these. It's like the demo days. Now, I'm not even trying to push my training courses to you or anything like that, but we do them. Pro Render Academy, we do them, and I've trained guys who are experienced, who've been doing it a long time. I've trained people who are totally brand new, and they see the value in it, and they go on to, you know, be successful in what they're doing and enjoy the work. So, you know, we do that. Also, there is, you know, companies who use PRB as well, and they are doing a certain project. You know, PRB do, you know, send me out to jobs and make sure that people get off to a good start after using our products and, you know, giving the support, especially up north. So, you know, the options are there, and PRB are doing, you know, a good thing with pushing out, you know, people like me and people like Paul Holland down there. You know, they've actually got, you know, experienced veterans of the game doing it. So, you know, showing you what it is. Yeah, for me, that was a great day. It was one of the first ones I've done for PRB, and yeah, I was just so happy with the outcome of it, and with all the rest of the guys who were there as well. You know, everyone left that little bit more smarter with that question that you know, has been itching at them answered, with that technique, you know, answered. And yeah, in greater detail, I've got coming up in other videos greater detail of systems that I'm actually doing in my businesses now, which is, you know, the Super Brute Monocouche route, again, a video for another day, and something that I'm showing people on training as well, how they can maximize making more money and more profit in the businesses and having an easier work life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and like I say, if it has if it has perked your senses up and your mind up, I'm sure there'll be more demo days for you to come along to. They'll be out there. I'll be posting them when I'm doing them, and come along to them. You can definitely take something away from it. People ask me, are they worth coming to? I'll let you make your own mind up. What do you think? Someone's paid for a course there, and he got more from our demo day than he did from a course that he paid for. It weren't my course, by the way. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. See you on the next one. Peace.